Now we know how entrepreneurs provide value to customers through products and services. Now we're going to dive into the marketplace. Why are we looking at a coral reef? Well, let's take a closer look. What do we have here? Different kinds of fish, and they're doing different things. Some are out there in the big, deep water. Maybe the tunas and sharks are swimming out way out past the reef. And there are some just above but close to the reef. And there's others that are down on the coral itself. And then there's crabs that are living around, crawling underneath the coral in all the crevices. Then there's fish down on the rocks and on the bottom on the sand. This reef is an ecosystem, and they're all different players, and they're all making a living. Really, the ecosystem on the reef is what we would call a marketplace or an economy. The reef kind of reminds us of an underwater version of a city. There's people in cars and lots of hustle bustle and places to live and work. This gives us a feeling of the ecosystem, which is Mother Nature's version of a city like the coral reef. The economy is our version. How does this work in real life? One of the ways it works is with competition. If you go back to the reef, we're going to see all these different kinds of fish, each with its own habits, likes, and dislikes. They all like different food. They all need different forms of shelter. And they all live in different places. They're all actually even doing different things, just like us. We're all making a living, but doing different things. Really cool part about this is, even though there's a lot of fish on the reef, and there's a lot of people in the world, in our city, and in our neighborhood, there's a lot of different people and businesses doing different things. Even though there's a lot of companies that might be competing to sell to people, there's different fish that have different needs, just like different people that have different needs. And like I said before, some of the sharks and tunas and other fish are swimming around outside the reef. They have certain needs. The ones that are down on the rocks have different needs. The other ones deep inside the rocks have certain things they need too. Even though there's competition, everybody has a different strength, and if they bring that different strength to market that they can be the best at, they can serve those people that need what they have. So in essence, even though there's a lot of fish on the reef, and there's a lot of companies and people in the world, there's a spot for everybody to be successful as long as you find your right spot. Let's have a look at some video game companies. What do you think the different companies do better? EA is sports, obviously. They're awesome at sports games. Activision, they have their own niche. Nintendo has its own niche. 2K Games, they do a different style of games as well. But they all have their own niche, that special thing they do better than anyone else. Some might be driving games, some are sports games, some might be active single or team games. There's all kinds of games for all different types of people and their desires. The different fish or the different people in the marketplace are actually looking for different solutions to their problems. And that's where the competitors can find a place where they can do a better job than the others by focusing on a specific need or a specific niche in the market.